Exxon officials say those long gasoline lines will probably be with us for the rest of the summer, and the price at the pumps will keep on getting higher. Exxon President Randall Meyer says Governor Clement's odd-even gas rationing program will help shorten the length of the gas lines, but won't eliminate them this summer. Meyer says about 90% of Exxon's company-operated stations in the Houston area are now open on Saturday. About half of them are open on Sunday, with stations operating in every sector of the city at least some part of the weekend. Meyer says Exxon is trying to lessen the inconvenience to the motorist, but the basic problem still exists: a lack of crude oil.
I don't imagine that there will be anything happen in the worldwide supply situation that could markedly improve the gasoline picture over the rest of the summer. So I think we're faced with living with about this level of gasoline supply. Our gasoline supplies will continue to run somewhere between probably 96 and 98% of the same month a year ago. And I suppose the industry is, and the rest of the industry is in about the same kind of shape.
Meyer says as a result of the OPEC increase in oil prices, motorists will have to get used to using less fuel and paying more for it. He says there won't be any permanent improvement in the energy situation until this country develops some new sources of energy. For the next 10 years or so, Meyer says Americans will simply have to learn to live with a tight energy situation.
Well, there are some people who just don't want to sit still and live with the situation as it is, and they are going to talk about the problem. A 19-year-old has organized an energy talk session for tonight in Houston.
The gas lines are getting a little shorter, or perhaps they're getting a little longer. No one is really sure, and if you're sitting in one of these lines, you may not care. But 19-year-old Jim Lowe thinks people should care, and that they will care enough to take some action on their own. The assistant drugstore manager and college student has taken it upon himself to set up a public session to talk about the gas shortage. The session tonight at 7 at San Jacinto Junior College will feature public officials and all interested citizens.
This one meeting is not going to accomplish and is not going to solve the energy problem.
Then why have it?
Well, we want to have it because we want it to be a beginning.
Lowe has been working around the drugstore, keeping up with his normal workload and trying to organize the gas shortage session. He's been on the phone with citizens and government leaders. Already, Congressman Bob Eckert, state representatives, and someone from the Department of Energy have agreed to attend the session. We stopped at a gas station near the site of the public hearing and got varied reactions on what might be or might not be accomplished at the session.
I think it should help out. I think people need to get their views together and see what would need to be done in this situation.
People talk, but they ain't doing nothing. You know, it's the same old thing every day. You know.
So you don't think talking's going to do it tonight?
I don't think so, sir.
Again, the session is at 7 tonight at San Jacinto Junior College at the intersection of Uvalde and Wallaceville Road. David Glodt, Eyewitness News.
Well, with all the heat and long lines we're having to contend with now at the gas stations, tempers are beginning to get as hot as the thermometer readings. But one gas station in Houston is trying to do something about the boredom of waiting in line. It is providing music about the boredom of waiting in line.
Hold up there. I don't know about you. I'm about as bored as I can be.
They call their song "I Hate to Wait in Line," and if nothing else, they make waiting a lot more pleasant for those in line. They are all professional musicians who have joined the new wave of singers lamenting the gasoline predicament.
I like to fill up with Ethel. I like to fill up with Ethel. That's special. I like to fill up with the Ethel. 79.9.
They're not paid exactly union wages either. As a matter of fact, a tank of gas is all they ask. They do it for the fun.
We're getting some gas. We're not going to take money. We're taking our gas in the 5-gallon cans from the Hills Mobile's station. We're going to just keep it.
Why take gas, not money?
We're going to keep it and hoard it. Money's no good anymore. We've decided to use gas as currency. It's better than union scale.
Albert Hill says in these days you've got to have heart when you're pumping gas. That's why he's got the music here. And that's why he says even if someone comes in violating the even or odd system, he'll look at their gas tank, and if they need just a couple of dollars, he'll go ahead and put it in. You've got to have heart, he says. Sylvan Rodriguez, Eyewitness News.
It's Far Out Week. You'll see terrifying giant birds and crabs, men who travel to the moon but find others have been there before. a hazardous quest for the Golden Fleece. Jules Verne's science fiction thriller of 3 astronauts and giant-sized insects and cannibalistic Indians. It's strange, it's wild, it's scary, it's Far Out Week, beginning July 16th on the 3 o'clock $1 Million Movie on 13.
Robert Wagner stars Wednesday at 3.